Greetings, I'm Dev the Developer. This lesson covers three semantic elements: article, aside, and nav. Each one describes a specific kind of content, and by the end, we will have a working page that uses all three. The first element is article. An article is self-contained content. It can stand on its own, independent of everything else on the page. You could pick it up and drop it somewhere else, syndicate it, share it as a feed item, and it would still make sense. Blog posts are a classic example. News stories, forum posts, product reviews. The test is fairly simple. If the content makes sense in isolation, it probably belongs in an article. Anyway, notice the structure. There is a heading inside the article describing what the article is about, and then paragraph content. The article element itself does not control appearance. It communicates meaning. It tells the browser and anyone reading the markup that this block of content is a discrete, self-contained unit. Next is the aside. If article is the main content, aside is the content that's related but not essential. Think of it like a sidebar, a pull quote, a fun fact box, something that enriches the main content without being part of its core argument. The keyword is tangential. The aside should be relative to the surrounding content, but the page would still work fine without it. Asides are commonly placed adjacent to an article in a sidebar layout, but the element itself does not control placement. That is CSS territory. Right now, we are just marking up the meaning. The aside tells us this is supplementary. It is connected to content nearby, but it's not the main event. The third element is the nav. It marks the block of navigation links. Not every group of links on a page needs to be a nav. It is specifically for major navigation. A site menu, a table of contents, or a section of links that helps users move through the site. A typical pattern is a nav wrapping an unordered list of links. The UL tag inside is not required by the spec, but it is the conventional pattern and it makes sense semantically. Navigation is a list of options. A list element communicates that well. Screen readers use nav as a landmark. A user navigating by landmarks can jump straight to the nav and skip everything else. That is exactly the kind of structural signal that semantic HTML is designed to provide. Now, let's look at how these three elements work together on a single page. Here's the full structure. Three elements, each doing a specific job. The nav marks the site navigation. The article marks the self-contained content. And the aside marks supplementary content that relates to the article but does not belong inside it. None of these elements control how the page looks. That's CSS. What they do is give the structure meaning. A browser, a screen reader, a search engine, all of them can look at this and understand what each piece of content is for. Now you have three more elements that describe content roles rather than just containers. The best way to make them stick is to build something with them. Grab a topic, build a page, use all three, and make sure each one is actually doing the job it is meant to. Don't just watch it, do it.